Well, hello there guys. Today we're going to be drawing a quick, simple, easy picture of Pikachu. We'll be going for a happy, smiley, waving edition. So go ahead, grab yourself some pencil and paper and start off by drawing quite a fairly large circle over the middle top part of your page. I'm just going to get my circle drawn in by using a series of small lines. That's how I kind of get much more of a circular shape coming all the way around. I'm not going to worry too much about the bottom, but if I've got this very rough, it's very, very rough in fact, this very rough circular form in there, I can split it straight down the middle, and that's going to tell me where the center of Pikachu's face, and I'll split it straight across as well. And the reason I've split it across is because now that we've got this circular shape, I'm actually going to bump out a bit. I'm going to bump out to create these larger Pikachu style cheeks. And I'm going to follow this curve, this circular curve, all the way round along the bottom, just like so, to create a second larger circle, so to speak, that just bumps to the halfway point. And this is going to eventually be Pikachu's cheeks for us. So I'm just going to bring that line up there, and then get this line a bit heavier around here, and bring it up there. And then what we can do is just drop on some ears as well. So I'm going to go from the sort of top eighth, so to speak. If you imagine, I'm just grabbing these quarter points, and I'm just going to create a nice long line that's going to come out here. This is going to be one ear for Pikachu, and then a nice very long line that's coming out here as well. You'll notice the lengths of these lines are pretty much the widths of the circle. So this whole distance right across here, that's how far I'm going out again. Now the ears are nice and simple. I'm just going to have a point at the end and just create a slightly curved shape and bring that back down to the head area, and just do the same here, slightly curved shape that comes down. That's one ear, and I'm just going to double check we're in focus. Yes, we are. And same on the other side. This is going to be a point now, so I'm going to create a nice curved shape that comes in, something like that, and a nice curved shape all the way back up there. So we've got the basics down. Let's map out the face. Using the halfway line, we've got the height. The eyes are going to sit just on top of this line, or just over it a little bit. So we'll go halfway down here and halfway down here, and I'm going to draw an eye around about here. Fairly large circle. There's one, and then I use this as a reference point for the other. Fairly large again, something like so. I'm just circling round and round, and don't worry about it being rough and messy and full of guidelines. This helps us understand where all the bits are going to be in place. Now Pikachu's nose is right on the center point, right about here. So I'm just going to create a tiny little nose shape there, and then the mouth is going to occupy most of the bottom of this shape. Now where we've got the original circle line, that'll be about as far low as the mouth will go. And we're going to start by drawing in this cat mouth shape. So work from this eye, and it's one kind of curve down and in, and then another curve down and up, just like so. And then we're going to go inside this line, not right to the edge and the point, to create a nice big happy smiling mouth, something like that, and all the way back up. He's a super happy, I think a rat type electric Pokemon. And then I'm just going to draw a nice big tongue line somewhere way back in there. Those are the basics down. We're going to put a line over here for the part of the ear that's black at the tip, and another very similar one just over here, something like that, nice and simple. And then in terms of the Pikachu body, what we're going to do is just create this big kind of drooping bag shape. We're going to just come straight down off from the bottom of the head, and we're just going to create a kind of gentle sack that will be most of the body, and it's just going to come down here for us, and it's basically going to be the height of this circle again. We're just going to take it down here. So this measurement here comes to about down here, and that's where Pikachu's body is going to be if he's sort of sitting down and sitting back a bit. So I've just got this shape down here. I'm just going to bring it down on this side as well. Curve that off. I'm being very, very rough in an attempt to be very, very quick. But when we put the final lines on there, that's really going to smooth things up for us. And now that I've got this main body shape in, I get to actually just pop on some legs and feet. Now, I'm going to bulge out a bit down at this bottom part down here. And this is going to be one of Pikachu's legs, pretty much facing towards us because he's sitting down. So there's a little bulge, a little bump there. And I can imagine this if I want coming all the way around like so, although we're not going to draw all of that in. And then another bulge around about here, so it's going to probably come off to the side and again bulge out at the bottom, just creating a circular lump. And now we're going to stick some feet on the end of this. So again, we're just like the ears themselves going to fit in this kind of elliptical shape. It's really, really simple. That's going to basically be 1 foot for us, divided into just 3 sections by drawing 2 lines in to represent the toes. And then the other foot's a bit more on the side. So again, I'm just getting in this very simple elliptical shape like so. Just up like that. And again, popping on some toes as well. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So we've got the lines there and a line there. Now we're going to give them some arms as well. So in a really similar way, just like with the ears, just like the feet, we're just going to do these kind of elliptical circular shapes. Now, Pikachu's arm here is probably going to be a bulge that comes off about the side, covers a little bit of the cheek, maybe just coming up there, giving us a wave. And if I come up to around about here, I'm going to curve a very similar shape just down off here. In fact, with Pikachu's arms, maybe probably a little bit thicker as well. So I'm going to bring it to around about there. And this area at the end, which is still lower than the halfway point of a circle, just going to put 5 little pointy fingers on there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can neaten them up whenever I want. But there's him waving on that arm. And then this arm's going to be down. So if we imagine it coming from the shoulder here, it's coming straight down on this side. We can probably follow this curve and use what we've already got. We'll bring that in to be an arm. And then on this side, it'll come down around about here as well. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little lumps will be Pikachu's fingers there. I don't know why he's got 5 fingers but only 3 toes, but that's Pokemon for you. You don't really have to keep it that realistic. In terms of the eyes, on the top right quarter of this eye, I'm going to put another circle in. This is going to be a big white reflection around about here. And same thing on the inside of this eye. Another big white reflected circle there. The eyes will be black. And then we just need to add the cheeks. So one nice big circle around about here. Going to have a nice red circular Pikachu cheek about there. I believe these are the electric patches. And we'll do the same over on this side as well. One nice big red circle will be around about here. Lovely. If we get that tail in then, this is a zigzag thunderbolt shape. So it kind of just comes off from the back and it goes 1, 2, 3, and then 4. It's probably going to go right behind the arm. And then 5 is the biggest bit. It shoots out like that. And I'm just drawing in this simple line so I understand the zigzag shape of it. But I'm actually going to make that a fairly thick kind of thing. So I'm just going to bring this up here like so, maybe like that, zagging out, give it lots and lots of thickness like this, shooting back up. The guideline just tells me exactly where I'm going with all these lines and shapes. And then the end bit is really, really big with Pikachu, so probably just going to bring that out to about here. And then make it really, really wide as well, right up at the top. It's a really big chunk. And then bring this line back in, down around about here as well. Like so. Okay, so at the bottom around about here, it's a tiny bit of brown as well. So I'm just going to put in some spiky shape to show the transition from brown over to yellow. But that, everybody, is pretty much it in a nutshell. We've got ourselves a nice, quick, simple, easy Pikachu. I'm going to go ahead and do some line work on top of this, just to show you which lines we're keeping and which lines we're getting rid of. And I'll see you guys right at the end. And there we have it, a nice, quick, simple, easy picture of Pikachu. So I'm going to scan this in. I'm going to colour in Pikachu in a standard yellow, maybe a bit of a darker yellow for some shadows, red for the electric pouches, and pink for the mouth and tongue, and maybe this little bit down here will be in brown. But he has a very simple colour scheme, so it shouldn't be a problem to get it all coloured in at home as well. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you had a go at home. Give this video a click of a like and give this channel a quick subscribe if you want more videos in the future. And I'll see you guys next time round. Take care.